Welcome, everybody, and hope you have a little bit of fun with tonight's show. So, we'll play the song and then we'll get into it. So, here we go with the song.
I just want to dedicate it to all the in-laws. Posting to their Facebook feed with no filter. The one starting arguments in the neighborhood group. Your uncle that comments on a thirst trap while his profile pic got Auntie Deb in. Shout out to y'all for real. If you're offended, good, that means I'm understood. I don't live for your comfort. I don't act how I should. Go cry in the comments, go clutch that pearl. I'll be out back raising hell with my girl. Yeah, if you're offended, good, that means I'm living like I would. They want a clean mouth, clean boots, clean life. Like real men don't bleed and real love don't fight. They want a pretty story they can repost. I'm the one they want their kids about the most. I don't do PC, I do keep it real. I do cheap beer, loud songs, raw deal. If you came to judge, you came to the wrong place. I'll smile in your face while I break your rules of grace. I ain't here to hear your feelings, I ain't here to play nice. I'm here to live loud in my own damn pride. If you're offended, good, that means I'm understood. I don't live for your comfort. I don't act how I should. Go cry in the comments, go clutch that pearl. I'll be out back raising hell with my girl. Yeah, if you're offended, good, that means I'm living like I would. They preach online like they're holy as hell, then act surprised when their private life smell. They love to cancel, love to shame, love to throw stones and forget their name. I don't owe you nothing, not a single damn inch. If your skin's that thin, that ain't my flinch. I've been hated by better, I've been judged by worse. I wear your anger like a badge on my shirt. Good, stay mad, stay mad. If you don't like it, kiss my ass. Good. If you're offended, good, that means I'm understood. I don't live for your comfort. I don't act how I should. Go cry in the comments, go clutch that pearl. I'll be out back raising hell with my girl. Yeah, if you're offended, good, that means I'm living like I would. If you're offended, good, that means I'm understood. I don't live for your comfort. I don't act how I should. Go cry in the comments, go clutch that pearl. I'll be out back raising hell with my girl. Yeah, if you're offended, good, that means I'm living like I would. Good.
Okay. So, I hope everybody's had a good week. G'day, John. How you doing? I suppose to start off, 1, 2, or 3. That's the easiest way to start. 1, 2, or 3. And we'll get the ball rolling. G'day, Simon. G'day, John. Yeah, John, I'm fine. Got a little bit done today. You're right there. Has been for a long time, mate. You know, others used to try and influence me to say, oh, he's okay. And I'd give him a chance and he'd stuff it up, within 5 seconds of letting him on. So, no, not my favourite person. Never has been, never really will be. G'day, Tammy. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hey, it's funny that, Simon. There's a few people have ended up on my shit list. Yeah. And they've got there for a reason. And it doesn't deter me in one iota. Yeah, good, Tammy. Good. I was just saying, I've got out of my tiling project, the skirt tiles around the step up, I got all them in place. Are they perfect? No. Is it not a bad job? Yes. And I've got 3 little bits of tile to cut. Tomorrow's supposed to be a good day, so I'll do that. Clean out some joints and then grout everything. I really love groveling around on my hands and knees like hell. I kind of feel sorry for her, Simon. I've got to the stage where I actually feel sorry for her, that where people on YouTube, regardless, actually create some form of entertainment, actually create something. She doesn't fall into any of the categories. I think my biggest laughter was she restreamed one of my streams that she was actually on the panel and she was pulling it all apart. And I thought to myself, how sick's that? G'day, Rex. How are you, mate? How's the weather over the west? In Victoria, it wasn't too bad a day. By no means was it hot, but it was sun out and wasn't raining for a change. And so, you still needed the coat on. It wasn't exactly warm, but sunshine. That's always a bonus. Rightio. I'll ask again, 1, 2 or 3. List 1, 2 or 3. Yeah, in my younger days, spent a bit of time over the west, on and off, different projects, predominantly oil and gas. And then I worked for a what would you call them? A survey company. We used to do pen surveys, some seismic, all over the frigging joint, all over Australia. I'm not saying the money was brilliant, but everywhere I wanted to go, the wish list. Every part of the wish list I wanted to go, I got there, and I was paid to go there. Uh, 4 months since you've been to home in South Australia. Yeah, you went to. I think you were in Bali last time I kind of spoke to you. But yeah, it's good. It's good that you. It's good that you're back in the land of the living, Ferret. Yeah, life's good when you can come home and relax a bit, but you would notice it being cold, yeah. Rightio, we'll kick it off. We'll kick it off with number 2. So as per normal, we've got 4 1-point questions. So here we go. The festive favourite. I wish it could be Christmas every day was a hit from which glam rock band? G'day, Emily. And it's not Wham. I wish it could be Christmas every day. Have another go at it. Well done, Emily. That is the correct answer. Wizard. Yep. Tam come in second. So you get that 1 point, Emily. All right, the next question. In what term is given to a solid figure with 10 faces? Yeah, you're right. It did start off with a W. What term is given to a solid figure with 10 faces? Yes, well done, Tammy. A dectahedron. Right. The next of the 1 point questions. The leaves of which plant are traditionally used to relieve nettle stings? which is a weed itself, in actual fact. Rightio, that one goes to the wicket keeper. It's actually a dock. Okay, the next question, moving along. Which word meaning a snare means a piece when read backwards? Which word meaning a snare means piece when read backwards? Okay, another one going to the wicket keeper. Trap. Right, so we're on to the 2-point questions. The Malamute is a breed of dog from which US state? G'day, Trent. How you doing, buddy? Welcome along, and you got the correct answer. What vegetable is the main ingredient in hash browns? What vegetable is the main ingredient in hash browns? And if you said potato, you'd be right. And the first one is Emily. Or spud. That's what we call potatoes in Australia. What is the capital city of Egypt? And Cairo is the correct answer. First one in. Trent, well done again, Trent. And the last of the 2-point questions. What is the process of adding yeast to dough to create carbon dioxide bubbles? Yes, a kind of right, but the actual answer is fermentation. So we'll put that one to the wicket keeper. Okay, now we're on to the 3-pointers. What is the name of a person missing from the end? What is the name of the person missing from the end of this song from the movie Enchanto? We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. What's the name of the person missing from the end part of it, in reference to the song from the movie Enchanto? We don't talk about it. Harold Holt. No, Emily's got that one. Bruno. Well done, Emily. Elvis left the building, Tam. Elvis left the building. Okay, the next 3-pointer. What country would you find the United States intelligent facility of Pine Gap? What country would you find the US intelligent facility of Pine Gap? I did ask for country, but we got the right answer. It's actually in Australia, Pine Gap. So that one goes to Trent. Yeah, good old Australia. Pine Gap's been there for a long time, as long as I can remember. Right, next question. Which of these animals is not in the rodent family? Chinchilla, ferret, or groundhog is not in the rodent family. Correct answer on that one's ferret, because chinchillas and groundhogs are classed as rodent. So that one goes to Emily. And the last of the 3-point questions. Which letter represents 50 in Roman numerals? Which letter represents 50 in Roman numerals? Now, you're all sure about your answers, because none of yous are right. It's actually, I'm taking that Emily's written L, as in not, capital, because L is the correct. So I'm going to give that one to Emily, because she was the first one in with an L. Very, very closely followed by Tammy with 2 L's. All right, now we're on to the You did mean I. No. I took it as an L, a lowercase L. If you're saying that, well, I'll take those points off you and give them to Tammy. To be fair, rightio, 4 pointers, which is 2 of them. What is the name of Keanu Reeves' movie that sees him reprise his role for the 4th time? G'day, Luce. Well, the character he played was John Wicks. That was what I was after. Which was, now you tell me, was John Wicks a Matrix or not? I thought John Wicks was just John Wicks. Yeah, Keanu Reeves. Oh, John Wicks was just John Wicks, wasn't it? All right. Same actor, yeah. Yeah, same actor. Just he did, like I say, 4 times or whatever of the John Wicks. So I can't really. I'll let that one go to the wicket keeper. I think that's the safest. Which car manufacturer recently lost an appeal in the federal court over compensation payments for faulty diesel paralytic filters. Oh, particulate filters. You could pretty well write in every one of them, but there was only one of them that was bloody caught. And no one's got the answer yet. It wasn't Tesla, but it did start with a T. Pretty big company too, worldwide. Well done, Tammy. It's actually Toyota. Rightio, now we're on to the 5-pointer. When I sort it out. Where is it? Just bear with me. I've got to resubstitute the question because it was a bit too Australian, which is not fair to everybody. Okay. With which actress did David Essex record True Love Ways in 1994? And the correct answer is Catherine Zeta-Jones. That is a correct answer. And that one goes to, it goes to. Who's the first one with something even close to it? Tammy. You've done very well, Tammy. That gives Tammy a win on 13 points. Closely followed up by Emily on 9. Rightio. This is that part of the part of it where I say, go and make yourselves a cup of tea, toilet break, grab yourself a drink. And once again, I'll play some music that I don't know what it is. I just clicked on one, which we've been doing for many, many weeks. So make sure you let me know when we get back if you reckon it's crap or not. But here we go.
I hit and run. I thought I loved you. You thought I was fun. I'm moving on down the road. Watch me as I go. Watch me as I go. Turn around both ways before you cross me, baby. 'Cause I don't break for boys. I'm moving on. Hey, hey, hey. I'm moving on. Let's be on my way. This is not the last. I'm moving on. I'm moving on. I'm moving on.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad that's over. Bit disappointing to me. Anyhow, moving along. So we've got a choice of 1 or 3. Rightio, Emily's gone for 3. So is everybody back? If everybody's back, we'll get into it. Okay, I'm going to take that as a yes. So the first 1-point question, as usual, 4 of. How many years of bad luck are associated with breaking a mirror? And anybody that said 7 would be correct. Emily's double dipped, but it doesn't matter. She was quick enough to get the correct answer in first. Just doing a little bit of house tidying. Emily, you had the ability to be able to buzz them off. I don't appreciate that kind of thing. Okay. Right, the next question. What is the name given to the phenomenon where a novice taking part in a new activity experiences unlikely success? Very interesting question, that one. A long, drawn-out way to say somebody was a lucky prick. Yeah. Beginner's luck is the correct answer. I got waylaid there. The first one in with, I'll just go back a little bit. Anyhow, that one went to Trent. I've just got to go back. Excuse me. And the first one to put up 7 was Emily. All right, so we've got Emily, that first question. And we've got Trent. Now we're back on track. What show is the catchphrase, "How you doing?" best known from? What show is a catchphrase, "How you doing?" best known from? And the correct answer is Friends, which that one goes to Trent. Well, there you go. Now you do, Tabby. Well, it's from Friends. Well, that happens, Emily. What fruit is guacamole made from? And the correct answer for that one is avocado. And the first one in was Emily. Okay, we're on to the 2-pointers now. What colour of flame is the hottest? What colour of flame is the hottest? And the correct answer is blue. First one in was Trent. Next question. What is the real name of Marvel's Hawkeye? What is the real name of Marvel's Hawkeye? And the correct answer was Clint Barton, Clinton Francis Barton. So Emily takes that one out. Who sang the theme song to The Big Bang Theory? Who sang the theme song to The Big Bang Theory? Quite an interesting group, actually. Oh dear, oh dear. It's a bit of a giggle, that one, isn't it? Bare naked ladies is correct. So that one goes to Emily. I've never looked at, I've never kind of gone into their songs, Tammy, but I always had a giggle at the very interesting group name. Yeah, very interesting. Okay. What year did Kate Middleton and Prince William get married? Haven't seen the right answer yet, but you're all too late. A lot earlier. Rightio, Tammy. 2011 is correct. Rightio, we're moving on to the 3-point questions now. What brand is famous for its baguette handbag? I'm expecting Trent to come in with it on this one. Oh, you do pull some rabbits out of the hat every now and again, Trent. I'm not taking the piss. Keep thinking, people. I haven't seen it yet. Rightio. We're gonna throw this one over to the wicket keeper. Fendi is the actual answer. Fendi, Fendi. So there you go. Next one. What country is the setting for the stories of the Jungle Book? Yeah, I was starting to wonder what was going on there, Tammy. John knowing about Versace. Yes, we have the correct answer. The first one in was Trent with India, which is correct. All right, moving along. Who was the youngest player to score 10,000 points in NBA? Who was the youngest player to score 10,000 points in NBA? National Basketball Association. And that's correct, Tammy. LeBron James. All right, the last of the 3 pointers. How many seconds are there in one day? I'll give you a hint. Trent's close. Trent's close. Do we have any advance on 86,200? Do we have any advance on 86,200? Okay. Do we have any decrease from 86,500? I think we'll put that one to the wicket keeper. It's actually 86,400. Oh, Emily, come in. Just as I was saying it. So you get that one, Emily. Gotta have a giggle, don't we? Right, so that's the end of the 4-pointers. Now we go into a 5-pointer. We go into a 5-pointer. Bear with me for a tick. In 1994, Second Coming was the second album by which band? Second Coming was the second album by which band? Oh, I haven't seen it yet. And as soon as I tell you the answer, you're all going to go, oh, shit, yeah. But I don't have to tell you because Tammy got it. Stone Roses. Well done, Tammy. So Tammy takes that round out. You're not doing too bad, Tammy. You've got 13 points in the first one, 10 points in the second. You're doing well. I think Jesus was a little bit before that, Trent. Right. I think you'll agree with me that last bit of music I played was a bit shit, wasn't it? So we'll have a look. We'll have a look for something else. What's this one? No, that one's not. That's all just straight music. Rightio, here we go. Here we go. Now tell me if you can hear this.
Like a cold in the summer, you kept me hanging. You found me when my mind was like an engine. Found me when my life was energetic. Now my skin is rusty. All my tears are dried, my eyes are dusty. I used to feel before I turned sarcastic. Oh, I miss me when I
Thank
was
you. I'll go with
elastic.
the cigarette. Yep. So I suggest grab a drink, do
Got
it
me
on the boot,
thinking
go to the
you
toilet, be back
were.
shortly.
Made me think that the clocks are really liars. That time my love felt to you like danger. You put me on anger like a cold in the summer. You only need me when there's rain going down your face, like a rag in your shower. You use me just so I can wipe away your mess, like a cold in the summer, like a fox in the desert. You keep me hiding. I'd rather make you think I'm happy. I like it when you know you can't bite me. It's so clever, it's so amazing. The stupid games you play to drive me crazy. You pretend to forget and then remember. Sometime around December, like a cold in the summer. You only need me when there's rain going down your face, like a rag in your shower. You use me just so I can wipe away your mess. Like a cold in the summer. You only need me when there's rain going down your face, like a rag in your shower. You use me just so I can wipe away your mess, like a cold in the summer. Like a cold in the summer.
And we're back. We're back. Let's do a refresh on the screen. Yes. Yeah, turn that back off. Yes, Trent. When Johnny Farnham did his, last ever tour, it was a sellout. And then a little bit of time later, he did the comeback tour or whatever it was. And a lot of people took it very personally and said false advertising. And they put a lawsuit out. And I don't blame them at all. Because the exact reason. But poor old Johnny Farm is a bit stuffed now. All right, so we'll move along. Here's the last game. And the first question is, which video game and movie movie series features Lara Croft as the main character? Which video game and movie series features Lara Croft as the main character? Geez, you're on the ball tonight, Emily. Well done, Emily. First one in with Tomb Raider, which is correct. Okay. Now, you think about it, Tammy. Emily's in London or in England, and you're just down the hill for me. Oh, dear. I think that's funny. Right, next question. Who was living La Vida Loca in 1999? But hell, Luce has woken up. And you're right, Ricky Martin. Point to Luce. All right, the next question. In which African country is Daola volcano? African country. Keep guessing, Luce. Keep guessing. All right, I'm going to throw this one to the wicket keeper. It's actually Ethiopia. Who wrote the Dr. Dolittle novels? Emily, the first one of you, Lockington, and that's correct. Right, now we're on to the 2-point questions. The lovely Lisa. How are you, Lisa? Hope you're doing well. Right, 2-pointer. What vegetable has varieties? Angers, Snowball, Roscoff, and Patna. I thought that was an easy one. Yeah, I'm doing all right. Thanks, Lisa. Last few days I've had a bit of sunshine, no heat in it, but a bit of sunshine helps with the positive spirit. All right, this one's across to the wicket keeper. It's actually cauliflower. Okay, here's an easy one, I think. In the TV show MASH, what does MASH stand for? What does MASH stand for? G'day, Jeff. How you doing, buddy? Yes, Lisa, the colder weather's not real good for the arthritis. And it's frustrating when the hands don't do what you want them to do. Well, I appreciate you being here, Jeff. Righto, the correct answer for that, Jeff got that one, which was Mobile Army Surgical Hospital. Right, moving right along. What planet is closest to Earth? And the planet closest to Earth is Venus. And nobody got that one. Bugger. That's a bugger. I thought everybody would have been all over that one. In what decade was the internet created? In what decade? And I'll give you some tips, which will make it an A, B, C, and D. A, 1950. B, 1960. C, 1970. And D, 1980. And it was actually the 1960s. And that goes to Tammy. So Tammy's hit the board. Well, actually, they go as far as the computer. They go back to the 1800s, what they classified as a computer, which was the first of the mechanically done thingos. In Australia, as far as the internet, you'd think it was created yesterday, and they're still rubbing sticks together. Right, so now we're on to the 3-pointers. True or false? Electrons are smaller than atoms. Yeah, that was one of the things you should have checked when you first went to look at that place, Jeff. In honesty. And that would be a true. And the first one in with a true is Emily. Yeah, I know, Jeff. It'd be bloody frustrating. I don't mean that. You reckon your internet's a bit shit, Tammy? Jeff's up in Casino, New South Wales. It is a little bit outback. T for true does matter, but Emily was in just a bit quicker than you, Jeff. Remember, I'm looking at StreamYards. I'm not looking at the YouTube screen. But I have no problems if somebody wants to challenge. What now? Where was I up to? Let them eat cake is a famous misquote attributed to whom? Oh, shit, Jeff. You got that one in bloody quick, mate. Marie Antoinette. So that's one thing about it, Emily. Even if you don't know, you'd learn something. Which of these animals has the most legs? A bee, an octopus, or a crab? Which animal has the most legs? A bee, an octopus, or a crab? Everybody's gone for an octopus. The cake one, you got it, Jeff. Anyhow, it looks like no one's got this one yet. So we'll throw that across to the wicket keeper. It's actually the crab. An octopus hasn't got legs, it's got tentacles. Right, next question. Which country was the first man in space from? And Russia was there. Russia, USSR. It was all the same back then. And Russia was the correct answer. First one in was Russia. I think it was Jeff. Rightio, now we're going into the 4 pointers, of which there's 2 of them. What term is given to an angle that ranges from 90 to 180 degrees? What term is given to an angle that ranges between 90 and 180 degrees? Well, not a lot of people were right into it, into the geometry and stuff like that. G'day, Az. And Az is correct. Obtuse. Which artist painted The Persistence of Memory in 1931? And Emily, that is correct. Salvador Dali? Hang on. Let me think. Salvador Dali. I'm pretty sure it was Salvador Dali. I'm bloody sure. I just had to recheck myself. It's Salvador Dali. And that's Emily. I got to do some edification here. Rightio. Right, now we're on to the 5-pointer. And I've got to substitute that one. On which 1995 hit did Michael Jackson duet with his sister Janet? And Trent gets that one. Scream. As you're just a little bit slow. Yeah, that's where we are. You're right there, Jeff. That's where the booby fell out. We got the booby prize. Right, Trent got that one. Right, do some edification here. Doesn't matter how much edification I do here. It comes out that Emily got 9 points. But tonight goes to Tammy, who won 2 games in a row on a total of 23 points. So well done, Tammy. And well done, everybody, for having a bit of fun, showing up. Hope you enjoyed that bit of quiz. What I'll do is I'll try and find us another song. And then I'll open the panel up if anybody wants to come on. If they don't, that's fine too. So here we go with when I open the thing up, Jeff, I'm going to play a song so I can have a smoke and you can listen to something. Then I'm opening the panel and you're more than welcome to come on. So, right, I will go to a song and please let me know if you can hear it. And we'll give this one a go. Like I say, we're both kind of listening to this stuff for the first time. That's all.
Wait.
What?
Before you go,
Before I go,
there's something
there's
small.
something small.
I think you'd really wanna know that you can't live without me. I'm so smart and fun and feisty. Random thoughts about me make you smile.
Wait,
What?
before you go,
Before I go,
there's something
there's
small.
something small.
I think you really wanna know that without me you're broken. I'm so gorgeous, hot and smoking. In your dreams I'll let you call me mine.
You cannot see
You cannot see
a life without me, full of misery.
full of misery.
How could it be
How could it be
that you still doubt me?
you can't care about anything but me?
Wait.
What?
Before you go,
Before I go,
there's something
there's
small.
something small.
I think you'd really wanna know that there's no taste without me. So unique and awfully spicy, I'm the one you dream would be the one. You cannot see
You cannot see
a life without me, full of misery.
misery.
How could it
How
be
could it be
that you still doubt me?
you can't care about anything but me? Wait,
What?
before you go,
Before I go,
there's something
there's something small.
I think you'd really wanna know that you can't live without me. I'm so smart and fun and feisty.
One day I will let you call me
One
mine.
day I will let you call me
One day I
mine.
will let you call me mine.
Well, that song rang out a little bit quick. And what did you think of it, people? Was it any good or not? But these songs I get are off artist.io, which is free music. Well, I did as, and thanks for telling me it was shit. I'll put it in the piss off file. Rightio, Jeff, here comes the link. Here comes the link. Here comes the link. And anybody else that kind of wants it? Like I say, remembering that these are people uploading unknowns or whatever. Some of them move on, some of them don't. But it's not a bad site for a little bit of stuff. Yeah, they are. And it's, I don't pre-listen to it. I just kind of go, we'll give that a try. So we're all doing it together. And yeah, some of it's not so great. The only thing is, that it's kind of whatever. It's got a good range of stuff. Because hey, some of it's all right, some of it's not. Simple as that. But you can put it this way: you can get lots of different kind of music. Me being a cheap ass, that's kind of free music. If you want slightly better stuff, yeah, you can pick up your subscriptions. Like everything's got a bloody subscription nowadays. But that's just life. You can't blame people for wanting to make a couple of bob. And if they enjoy what they're doing and pick up a couple of bit of change, fine. But no problems with that. But we're getting back onto okay, Jeff, no worries. Well, you should be getting a bit better, Jeff. Oh, look, I played around with it. Just music. Not so much a song, but I was playing around with a bit of years ago, but I reckon it was fairly good. Then I lost the bloody file. It disappeared into the never never. That happens. But yeah, this week in Thailand, we've been in towards the last week. There's been a couple of incidents. A bloke with an Australian passport, I'm not necessarily calling him an Australian, but he hired a young girl and killed her, put her in a bag, luggage bag, and then kind of dumped the bag and the body. He got caught. He's not facing the death penalty. He'll get the death penalty and it'll be carried out. So I think that's a good thing. You'll probably have some do-gooders carrying on and whatever, or our idiot government will want to save Willie or whatever. He did the crime. He should face the penalty. Simple as that. Another one that was very sad was a nightclub fire and about 30 odd people so far have died. Numerous amounts of burns and whatever because of the heat involved with the acoustic foams and all that kind of stuff. People died of well, actually, the air was poison. Now, there's a lot of questions to be asked on that, but very sad. Actually, very sad. But those two incidents, a couple of fools on YouTube have decided to say to themselves, "Oh, I'm going to put shit on it," or whatever, put their spin on it, which was not very tasteful at all. Because I'm sure if the members of the families would get hold of the prick, he wouldn't think it was so funny. I think it's very tragic. But it just goes to show you what kind of people are out there in YouTube land. We all know that. It's one of those things that it's got to be for the views or the shock horror thing. I think everybody's got a shock horror radio station type prick. What that Kyle Sandilands. I can't see what's wrong with compassion where it's due. Some of the things that are happening in the world are disgusting. And in Australia, we're finding more and more violence, which is certainly not the country I grew up in. Jeff, as far as Anthony Elbow Sleazy lying, that doesn't surprise me. I think the only time he's ever told the truth is when he said his own name when he was sworn in. That's the only time in his life he's ever told the truth. He's a maggot. He's a piece of shit. We all know that. Our Governor General, which is useless, on the payroll, should hang beside him because they're not doing the job that they're employed to do. So really what we've got in Australia is the Communist Party and the CCP ruling our country and stuffing it, and they don't care one iota. We've got rampant corruption, theft. You know, the envelope or the share portfolios and what have you. When you think of their wage and when they walk away from their political careers with their holdings, it doesn't add up. A whole lot of them should be investigated. They should be stripped of everything and kicked to the street like the mongrel dogs they are. I don't think you'll end up on my shit list, Jeff. Ferret dropped in earlier on, so g'day. He's back home, not enjoying it. Not the weather anyway. He's probably enjoying back, with the family, but not enjoying the weather. not, on the southern end of the country, it hasn't been really wonderful. Even you've had a fire going, Jeff, up there, which doesn't surprise me. Yeah. I tell you what. If you ever go to when you go to Lismore next time, you'll probably have a look at the messages I've sent you, or you'll see all the missed calls. But I'm just doing what I usually do. Give me mates a call to see how they're travelling, because none of us are getting any younger. And life's not getting any more generous. Just bear with me for a moment. I'll just get a throat lubrication. But yeah, through the week. Actually, it started off last week. I put in first time I'd use a dry cure, and I put basically I made beef bacon. And we did a bit of a pre-cook, and this morning we sliced a bit up and cooked it up. You should normally cook bacon up. Surprising, interesting flavour. I'm not saying it's brilliant, and I'm not saying it's terrible. It was, like I say, interesting because it's beef bacon. Oh yeah, Rex. It's well, she seems to have a hard on for Oz, but as you know, I offside Oz quite a bit, so that's where she gets her content from for her productions. Yeah, hoping your parcels come soon, Lisa. Yeah, I usually get messages, your parcel's out for delivery. It will be between 9 and 5. At least you've got a 2-hour time zone, somewhere in amongst that. The interesting thing was, from Melbourne up into the Latrobe Valley in the days of Cobb and Co horses, stagecoaches, it took 3 days for the mail. Nowadays, with everything modern that we've got, it takes over a week. But going back quite a few years ago, an axe head or tomahawk to finish off a collection of one brand or one breed that I'd got a collection of. It came from the Isle of Wight. And it took 5 days from the Isle of Wight into my post box, or my mailbox out the front. And I thought to myself, geez, that's good. A mate of mine had a chainsaw, and it needed a set of rings, a couple of bits, you know. And because it was old, he went to a few of the places around here, and they said, no, we can't get rings for that. Instead of measuring the rings and measuring the piston and say, well, that's the same size as whatever. No, because they're not that smart. Now, he come and saw me and he said, how do you reckon we'd go getting some parts for this saw? And I said, fine, I think we'll do all right. They came from West Germany. 5 days. And the kit was a piston, rings, gudgeon pin, barrel gasket, head gasket, like a little semi-rebuildy type kit. Well, they said, throw it in the bin and buy a new one. And he's somewhat like me. You don't throw shit away unless it's really stuffed. But yeah, 5 days, it was about $50 a stream. So yeah. All right, Lisa, I'll read this. You could be strangling them. And all you get is a stupid AI customer service. Yeah. I had to contact them numerous times. Why can't you speak to a real person anymore? Well, in Australia, most of your call centres have people from the darker continent. And when you say, press 1 for English, and they come on the line and you say to them, I ask for somebody that speaks English, please. It doesn't go down well because I don't know how to talk Punjabi. Yeah, Jeff, it does. It makes you wonder. It really makes you wonder if anybody friggin' in Australia wants to friggin' work. Mr. Perrin Squire, how you going, buddy? Hope you're feeling a lot better. In the UK, many train journeys were quicker 100 years ago than now. I don't know how many $1 billion they spent on the upgrading of the rail line here, trains, all that kind of stuff, where they've been promoting this area, obviously population increase, higher demand, but due to everything else in the capital city, I think we spend more time on replacement buses than we do on the effing train, which actually takes 15 minutes less time for all that upgrade. So go figure. Yes, we got roads. They've dropped the speed limits because the road surface and the potholes, and there's no money. You can't blame the blokes that are trying to do whatever. That's their job. But they're trying to do things with one hand tied up their back. and no real budget. It's ridiculous, and it's the government's fault because they're virtually stealing money for their own pet projects, and they don't give a shit. And they should be held to account, but they supposedly are above the law, and they use the law to chastise the people that criticise them, which is hypocrisy. It's and I know a lot of things in this country. The same thing's happening in a lot of other countries as well. Yeah, that Penny Wong should be hung alongside of whatever, that elbow sleazy bastard. I certainly hope so, Rex. I certainly hope so. Well, I hope we've sold up and we're gone by the end of the year. I misjudged my abilities to a certain extent, or speed, let's say, because I've got older. And all of a sudden it's just, tap you on the shoulder and say, hey, old bastard, where I'm really, to me, I'm not. So it's taken me a little bit longer to do a few things, weather-wise, hampers quite a bit because everything I've got to do is outside. But, the end is in sight. Elbow, well, if he wants to shag Kylie Minogue, well, didn't they have a song? You could be so lucky, 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 lucky. Well, he's got a paid wife anyway. I think she's just paid for appearances. Because no real self-respecting person would want anything to do with a piece of maggot shit. Now, Penny Wong, she had a meeting at Camberwell Civic Hall, paid for by the taxpayer. But if you weren't Chinese and a member of the CCP, you couldn't get in the effing door. She should have been arrested. But no, chalk it up to the taxpayer. But in a way, I'm glad that her sexual preferences are in that direction where they are, because two Wongs don't make a right. Yeah, I actually thought Danny Minogue was, what's a nice way to say it? Put together better. Kylie was always not slim, skinny. And, older, she's not ugly or anything like that. But I personally, I hated her voice. I couldn't stand her bloody voice. Here she had the name of the singing budgerigar. Yeah, that's not a thought that I'd want to put in my head, Jeff. Yeah, Rex, I was actually over in Thailand once, and we were doing paperwork, so I had to go to the Australian Embassy. And at the same time, the election was on. So I voted. Went through all the crap, voted at the embassy. It took me 5 friggin' years to tell them that I didn't live in frigging Thailand. I thought to myself, what kind of morons are these bastards? And I kind of really think about the Australian electoral system, the way it's been. What's the easiest way to say it? The incompetence, and I think for years and years and years, our electoral boundary was one thing, and then all of a sudden it changed. And with that change, Labor got arseholed. So they didn't like that. So I wouldn't be surprised if they changed the electoral boundary again before the next election to try and manipulate their votes. Righto, as Jeff. Yeah. Hang on, I'm going to put this up here. It makes it easier. Where are we up to? Righto, here we go. Tell me how you can even have Danny Minogue as a talent judge on TV. Well, she was young talent time, put out a little bit of stuff, did a little bit of acting. The name probably has a lot to do with it. No, Jeff, I said election, not erection. Oh, shit, as Kath and Kim. Okay, each to their own. I don't really discriminate. Yeah, we already made a mention to Kyle Sandilands. He's a fucking idiot. But he's always been the shock jock type of whatever. I think the best person we ever had on radio as far as talkback was John Laws. Absolutely, he had his narratives and all of that, but he wouldn't put up with bullshit. Yeah, I know, Jeff. Well, not all. But I think the narrative is our government stuffed. If you look at the UK, stuffed. And people taking to the streets. We've got idiots, and I mean idiots, carrying on about free Palestine and all this kind of stuff. If they're so worried about free Palestine, jump in an aeroplane, go and liberate it. Don't tell me I have to and my taxpayer dollar has to. That's completely ludicrous. And as far as our government sending bullshit money to other places in the friggin' world, unless it's something fair dinkum and humanitarian wise, should be looking after the people who put that bloody money into their little pockets and look after Australia first before they worry about anybody else. But unfortunately, that's not happening. Yes, as the West is fucked. I think it's by design too. I think it's by design. You know, the realism, move from here, go to a place where I'm never a citizen, I've never got a vote. But then again, I haven't got any problems either. I don't have to worry about the shit. Like I say, I am a very proud Australian. I'm proud to be an Australian. I am not proud of Australia or the Australia that's now. We've had that many rules, regulations. There's that many government departments, and every one of them have got their hand out. And you'd know that as. Well, the thing is, Jeff, you're correct in what you're saying. But if everything stopped and all the crap stopped, your grandchildren's grandchildren won't be around long enough to pay the debt off. These bastards have sunk us in a fucking hole that deep. I just hope that our dollar keeps on keeping on and doesn't plummet. And you know, as far as their statements and whatever, pensioners, they're parasites. No, the pensioners were the ones that fucking worked, paid taxes, helped build the country that they are destroying. They put in place everything they take for granted. And they think of peasants, you know, fuck right off. The cunt should be hung. They should be bringing back capital punishment in this country. No more pissing around and using it. You know, no more spending millions of dollars sending money overseas to get some flogged out entertainer to do a show at a bloody sporting function. It's simple. Just do some hangings at halftime and fucking stuff like that. Perfect. You know, these young pricks that reckon they, which are above the law because the law won't do anything about them, strap them in the stocks and give them a flogging. That'd be a bit of entertainment for the star, you know, for the people. You know, lucky ticket, you get to give them a flogging. Yay! And televise it all. You know, that's terrible. Oh, you can't do that. The do-gooders. Well, unless people have got bloody respect, there's only one way they'll learn it. Because the next one is fry them or hang them, because that's the direction they're going. Yes, money. You know, cost of living, which has been, it's multinationals and it's the government. And they know it. They can do a lot about it. But they fucking don't, because they don't care. They're just worrying about lining their pockets because they know for a fact they're going to get the fuck off message, because even their own dyed in the fucking wool supporters are turning their backs. I'll put that up there, Jeff. Last Thursday, a plain hamburger and a small chips, $19. Fish and chip shop I've been going to for years. Mind you, their cost of everything, and it goes back to us, the consumer. I think it's $15, but that's a hamburger with a lot, and not a piddling fucking like McDonald's size hamburger. I mean a real hamburger. And I'd say to you, Jeff, I'd guarantee you wouldn't eat it all in one sitting. A minimum of chips is a couple of bucks, and that's still more than you'd get at Hungry Jack's, Burger King, fucking McDonald's, all of them. No, it's only $15 here. That's, you start off with your bun, your mayo on the bottom, your lettuce, tomato, your beetroot. Then the next thing to go on is your burger patty, your onion, your onions cooked, and then your bacon, and then your egg, then some sauce on the top of the bun, whack it together, and frigging lovely. Absolutely lovely. And you've got to have beetroot on a hamburger, Jeff, or it's not a fucking hamburger. And if you put pineapple on the fucking hamburger, as you're gay. Oh, I can't stand fucking pineapple on anything. I'll eat pineapple as pineapple, but not with pizza, not with no, we don't. He doesn't put carrot. He doesn't put the carrot. And John down there, freak you out. He knows the place I go to get burgers. I think he does too. Well, as each to their own. Like I say, I'm not really discriminative. Yeah, the pineapple thing. I've got a mate on Facebook. We've been mates since the 80s when we first started working together. He does the little Facebook thing of, oh, look at this and whatever, and I keep on taking the piss out of him about the pineapple on a fucking hamburger or a pizza. But like I say, pineapple's okay, but it kind of takes over. It takes over things. But I want to taste the meat. I want to taste the onion. I want to taste the bacon and all the rest of it. And pineapple just takes over. Put pineapple on a fucking pizza, and you may as well just have a pineapple pizza with nothing else. But different people have got their different choices. If your typical Chinese type meals or whatever, you're sweet and sour. The sweet is the pineapple. Now that's an interesting one. We're down the pub there. This is going back a while ago, and the fella that's got the Chinese takeaway shop, although he's Vietnamese, and I've known him for, fuck it, he actually drops up here and he doesn't drink, but he doesn't drink, but he gambles and smokes. But he'll drop up and we'll sit down and have a laugh and a joke together. And like I say, I've known him for fucking, that many years, it's not funny. And the other chap, he always orders sweet and sour. And the fella will go down to his shop, and he'll actually cook it for him and bring it, take away, bring it back to the pub. He pays the normal price. And we were having the conversation about pineapple. And Tim says, I'm not a real fan of pineapple. And I said, what are you fucking talking about? I said, you fucking eat it every week. I said, you order the same fucking thing every week. And it's got pineapple in it. And he looked at the bloke that's got the shop, and he says, has this got pineapple in it? And he smiled and he says, yeah. And he says, fucking hell, I don't eat pineapple. For fucking years the dumb cunt's been doing the same shit. I think it's funny. Yeah, I do think it's funny. Well, that's just a little story, isn't it? And you know the blokes I'm talking about, John, too. Yeah. Actually, a pineapple fritter. When we had the fish and chip shop, for instance, and I still do it here every now and again, I'll make up pineapple fritters, banana fritters, deep fried Mars bars, deep fried bloody cherry ripes. Every now and again. Predominantly did that for the girls, but just for something different. It's not hard to do, and bit of fun. Yeah, the Hawaiian pizza. Yes, that's the thing, Steve. Yeah, the Hawaiian pizza. It's got pineapple. Not much, cheese, your ham, your cheese, pineapple, and everything tastes like fucking pineapple. Cheese with cocktail sticks. I don't know what a cocktail stick is. Yes, Lisa. My mum used to do apple fritters as well. And, she'd drain them off a bit and then put cinnamon sugar on them, same as like a donut. Because that's something else I like to make is like your round donut, and then fill them up a nice, with strawberry or plum jam. They're quite nice. And mind you, people, we're talking about food. Yes, it equals a little bit of work, but it doesn't cost bugger all. Like, so you get a banana. You can cut a banana in half, make up your sweet batter. Deep fry it. It's in and out in no time flat. A bit of caramel sauce over that, and a little bit of ice cream. Then you can say, there you go. Wonderful. Cost you bugger all. And a good size apple, slice that up, core it, all that kind of stuff peeled, and make up some apple fritters. Like I say, roll them in the cinnamon sugar. Lovely. Pineapple, with pineapple, I'd just cook them and then just sprinkle a bit of sugar on them. That's it. Yeah, that's a it depends if you want to call it a kebab, a shazlik, whatever. People stack it up with we call it capsicum. Americans call it bell pepper. With bits of your different meats, and your bell peppers, your onion. Some people have put pineapple in amongst it. Whack it on the barbecue, cook it up, lovely stuff. And you're talking a bit of work, but you're not talking a lot of money. Cabanossi. Actually, I used to make it. Potato fritters, we call them here potato cakes. And like I say, I've made thousands of them in my time, Rex, because like I said, I used to have a fish and chip shop once. And I do like a good potato cake. Well, when you think about women and apples, you've got to ask yourself a question there. Because would life have been so much better in the Garden of Eden? Yes, the old Adam and Eve story. Not too bad for a fictitious story. Which reminds me of a joke. Taxi driver. He picks up a nun, and he's taking the nun to the destination, and he keeps on looking in the mirror. And the nun says, are you okay? And he says, oh, look, I'm sorry, sister. I'm sorry. I find you attractive, and I'm having some naughty thoughts. And she said, oh, well, you want to ask for some redemption? And he says, sister, I'm trying. So she said to him, well, what are your thoughts? And he said, I would like oral sex. And the nun said, well, if you're not married and you're Catholic, I'll do that for you. So with that, he pulled up an alley And the act was performed. And they're driving down the road. And he starts crying. And he says, "Sister, I am such a sinner." He said, "I'm married and I'm actually a Jew." And the nun said, "Don't worry. My name's Dennis and I'm on my way to a fancy dress ball." There you go. Sucked you in for half an hour, didn't it? You didn't think you would escape not getting at least one little crappy joke. Shit, what am I doing here? I think Perrin must have put that one up on a page. But we have better ones. We do have better ones, but I'm trying to be, what would you say? Slightly entertaining or whatever. Now I'm going to put a song on, and once again, I don't know what the hell it is. And I'm going to go and have a cigarette, and you still want to sit here just listening to friggin' nothing. Well, what the hell? Let's have a listen to this one. Let me know.
How long will the wicked them reign upon I and I children? All of them are going to stumble and fall, and the righteous now have them back against the wall. Seven times rise and 7 times fall. Babylon is bound to fall. Can't stop. Hear me when I call. Hear I and I calling. Side the wicked and falling. I cry to the Lord with my voice. For there's no truth in their mouth. How long will the wicked them reign? They say, how long will the wicked them reign? That is a question really hard to explain. To answer the question, I fi effort me brain. Again, how long will the wicked them reign? They say, how long will the wicked them reign? That is a question really hard to explain. To answer the question, I fi effort me brain. They say, how long will the wicked them rule? They say, how long will the wicked them rule? They must him and they must be lost in fool. And them no learn and them no live by the rule. And them got away back and like a hot cover rule. And never really know say mommy go and go. They say, how long will the wicked them rule? Lord, the wicked them bad so oh yeah. I want the wicked them still so loud. Lord, how many are my enemies? a back way. And me say back way. And me say back way with your bad mind intention. And me say back way. I beg you back way. And me say back way with your bad mind intention. Me never pass on. Me never pass on.
Well, I think that was a bit of a dud. Now, well, what's Jeff saying? I'm trying to work out what you're saying there. Well, I worked out what you're trying to say there, Jeff. We got shafted. Yeah, I think next week I'll have to do a bit more searching, but categories, but stuff turns over, and stuff that's good, they actually go into recording and stuff like that, so it's no longer there. But that's life. That's life. Doesn't really matter that much. So anyhow, on that point, I'd like to thank everybody for coming along tonight. Hope you had a bit of fun, got a bit of entertainment, and we will catch you next week, same time, with a few more questions to make your mind work. So take care, stay safe, and bye-bye.